Hey YouTube, it's Jase. Just wanted to make a quick update here, letting you guys know that I did, in fact, um, talk to my mom today about Kirsten moving in. Um, so just a little story on how it went. I was sitting on the couch right here on the computer, like um, I usually am for the first. I'm usually on the computer before I go to work. And my daughter was playing on the floor with some toys, and my mom finally came out of her little hidey hole upstairs. And she came downstairs and was talking to me, and my daughter started trying to whisper something to me, and I couldn't hear her, so I told her to get up on the couch and tell me. And she whispered in my ear, "When are you going to tell Grandma that your girlfriend's moving in?" And as she lays down, she gets this big, huge, wide grin on her face, like she knows a secret and she's not supposed to say anything. And my mom just goes, "What?" And and I just look at her, and I look at Lessa, and I'm like, "Okay, Lessa, why don't you tell Grandma?" And Lessa just starts chuckling, and my mom goes, "What? What?" And Lessa goes, "Mommy's girlfriend's moving in." And uh, I had the night before text my mom letting her know because she would not come out of her room, and my mom had thought that it was just a visit for my birthday. So we talked a little bit. My mom said it's fine. It's up to me. It's my money, my problem. Um, she just wants to make sure that we get on that we get my food stamps updated and everything. And because when I turn 22, we can actually split our food stamps. It's a weird Idaho law, but no, she was pretty good about it. She didn't get upset or angry or yell or anything. Matter of fact, we talked maybe like 10 minutes about it, and then the subject was dropped. I do still have to uh, tell my dad. He's gonna be the one that's a little bit harder to tell, but I'm not living with him, so it's not really that big of a deal. Um, but that's pretty much it. I told my mom, and she's okay with it. Now Kristen just has to pick the date. She's got family obligations, and then she has what she feels is an obligation to me for my birthday, and so she's just having a hard time picking the date. She has until the money clears in her bank account to pick the date, but she's one of those worriers that just stresses over it, and stresses and stresses and stresses. Um, we'll get a date figured out soon, hopefully by the end of the week, and then you guys will know. Uh, Also, another good news today. Well, I was scheduled to work 5 to 9, 5 p.m. to 9 p.m., so only a 4-hour shift. And apparently, one of the other closers, or semi closer, called in sick, and the only person that was going to be there would be Rebecca, who's one of our newer associates. And so Kelly's like, "Hey, you were sick the other day and you went home. Um, we need you to stay. We need someone to help close." So I stayed. And yeah, it wasn't that fun. But hey, the two of us got out at 11:30, which is a shocker because usually people who are two people closing usually takes about midnight, 1 o'clock. So we kicked some butt there. And we also spent the evening talking, and I was actually able to have a conversation about Kirsten and someone who's actually curious and interested in what I had to say about my life outside of work, which is shocking because the other people in my work could care less. So it's just nice to be able to have that kind of conversation. Sorry, I'm getting some lotion for my hands because they get really dry. I ended up being the one doing the dishes. But no, besides all that good stuff, huh? Doesn't seem like anything else that I can talk about. No one's asked any kind of questions or anything. Um, but always do feel free to ask. If you don't feel comfortable posting a comment on here, you can always send an ask to either one of our Tumblrs, and you can do it anonymously. Just make sure that you write that you want it, want the question answered in a YouTube video. Otherwise, we'll just post the answer on Tumblr. Uh, but that's all I have for you, and I hope you guys enjoy your night.